What is going on, everybody? Good morning, good evening for most. How is everybody doing today? I hope you guys are all having a good trading day. Today was an interesting one, if I might add. Today was interesting. Did you guys take any trades? Any trades taken today or what? Any trades taken today or what? I need to put this link in my Discord as well. Bang, bang, bang. Live on YouTube. Breaking down price today. All right. So today I didn't do anything. I didn't catch any trades today. I didn't want to be active, or at least couldn't be active, because I woke up this morning and price already delivered the move that I was anticipating. So that wasn't something that I could do when I literally woke up and price is already down at the lows. So I didn't have any sort of inclination of jumping into the market when we had price deliver lower from a 4-hour bearish fair value gap that we created, SMT in Asia, and then London continued. And then literally all of this was pre New York Open, like literally pre 9:30 Open. Like the dump, we didn't even really have anything crazy on the open for news. 9:30 Open dumped lower, traded into a 4-hour bullish fair value gap here. I don't think that price is bouncing from here. I still think that we go lower. That's just my idea and how I see price right now. But for me, this did not match my entry model criteria. This is not something that I was able to get in on. I need, when I get into a trade, I need price to give a manipulation, and then I need a distribution after. Like I need a manipulation leg, and then I need price to distribute following that. And I didn't get that, unfortunately. But it's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. And I literally, I woke up in the morning, and when I saw price already down in such like a massive expansion way, I figured that the day would have been a wash for me and not like something that I would be interested in doing. So coming into a day when price has already ran so much, I'm not even like going to care about the move after that. No, I'm not taking any trades today. My window for trades is literally from 9 to 11 o'clock. That's it. I don't take trades in the PM. I don't like taking trades outside of that time. I have track record rate of like not high success in the PM session or lunch. My highest win rate is between the times of 9 to 11 o'clock. But I was looking at something else. Oh, also, remember when we did the analysis on Euro and GBP for my foreign currency people? Look at it now. Literally look at it now. And we called all of this live. All of this was called out live with you guys. We have destroyed foreign currencies to the T. Like literally destroyed these things. We called it out yesterday. We called it out when we were having the daily gap. We had everything lining up perfectly from a monthly to a daily perspective. Like everything was perfect on this thing. Like legitimately picture perfect. And that's like a way of price moving like this is exactly what we want to see. Exactly what we want to see. Exactly what we want to see. All right. Oh, hold on. 664. Okay. Oh, and gold. Gold was another one that I was looking at. I wanted gold today to be a double purge almost. I wanted us to run the equal lows from Asia, and then I wanted us to run the equal highs from London. But obviously, gold has just been boring for the day. It's been a barcode, like literally disgusting shit. Like I don't like that. We do right now on index futures have like an SMT inside of an hourly gap. As you can see here, I didn't trust price pushed higher like aggressively. I did not trust this long at all because I had no reversal signature at these lows at all. No SMT at the lows, no nothing. I believe that this retracement higher is just this pump higher is just a retracement to then go lower again. So I do think that index futures do go lower. I do. I totally do. Oh, I just see a skunk right outside of my house. I do think that we do go lower. That is definitely on my agenda. Lower prices. This whole move higher was just a move lower, in my opinion. Did anybody take any trades today or what? Did you guys take anything? Did anybody catch the shorts overnight? Did anybody catch the longs on foreign currencies? Anything at all? Because I believe right now that we are going lower on index futures here. I totally believe that. We should be going lower today and continuing because I believe that this move was a retracement back into the range to then go lower. The only thing that makes sense. Like literally the only thing. Only thing. What is this? Literally only thing. Pullback has started last quarter. Are you still looking for shorts on NQ? So like literally right now, ES is the weakest one out of the three. Why? Because we created an SMT inside of an hourly fair value gap like this. And as you could see at the same time, what did Dow Jones do? Like, let's think about the formation of a daily candle. What did we have today? We had an open at 6. We had a high, and then price is now going lower. So open, high, low, and then we're anticipating the close to be between either like we haven't made the low of the day yet, or we're closing within this high and low that formed at 9:30. So what I think today, in order for price to like have some sort of retracement back up into the range, where are we going to retrace back into? We're going to retrace back into the opening price of the daily candle, which is exactly what the Dow Jones actually did here. The Dow Jones did what? Our retracement and pop higher. Where did we fail? Literally, where did we fail? Our failing price, and where do we wick at? The opening price. At where price opened up at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time last night or yesterday for me. But that was our pop-up. We retraced into this hourly bearish fair value gap, and now we're actually getting the downturn. But we actually are getting a decent reversal signature here because we have an SMT at this fair value gap. If we are going to flip lower and trade lower, I want to see this fair value gap be left open because we already tagged it on ES, or we already tagged it on NQ and the Dow Jones. But if price doesn't want to do anything from this point, we could stay literally between the low from 9 and then the high from where we created in Asia. And we don't do anything for the rest of the day. But that's kind of where my head is currently at right now. I don't really see much going on with price. I wanted to see an entry that I could have gotten at the open. Like if I replay price before we get this big drop off. Like let's go back before 9:30. All right, let's go back a little bit more. 15. Let's go to this. Okay. And replay, get before this 9:30 open. So I was paying attention to the Dow Jones here. Like this is where my head was at. We had an SMT at 4-hour candle highs at Asia here. This was the SMT to start the day. See, we had a lower high on NASDAQ here. We had a higher high set in on the Dow Jones here. So seeing this waking up, I was like, all right, price looks like we set the high during Asia. I'm assuming that price is going to downturn. So from that point on, all I did was come into the day and see, is 8:30 news going to give me anything, or am I waiting for 9:30? And if you could see, 8:30 just kind of gave a drop off. But what did we give a drop off into? We just had a drop with a flat body low or a flat body high on that news candle. So what I wanted to see next, if I go to like, let's say before it could even show the candle, I believe there was an hourly fair value gap that I had marked off without me like giving anything. Yeah. So this hourly fair value gap on the Dow Jones here was like what I was paying attention to. I wanted this gap to be tagged at the open, create an SMT at the hourly candle highs. This would be the corresponding one on NASDAQ. This would be the corresponding one on the S&P 500. So if I go back to the 15-minute, I wanted the open to sweep out this high here, create an SMT, and then go lower like this. That's what I wanted to happen, aligned with that hourly gap so that I could frame an hourly to an M5, something like that. But unfortunately, the open just did this. We were very close to getting to that high, but just didn't get what I wanted. It's unfortunate. It is what it is. And then after I saw that, I was like, all right, you know what? Hands off for the day. I made money Monday and Wednesday. I don't need to I don't need to give back my profits because I want to chase price. We already reached the lows. So what am I doing here? I don't need to try and fish for more. Like this is just me being greedy at that point. And again, like I say this all the time, we're day traders. That doesn't mean that we need to trade every single day. Like it's not like that. We don't need to be doing that. You know what I mean? So keep that mentality and don't like try and push the buttons just because you didn't catch a trade and you're just watching price expand away or do whatever it is to your draw and liquidity. I had my plan and I just wanted to follow that plan based off of what I made. Our goal here is capital preservation. It's literally the biggest thing. The biggest thing. And as of right now, price on index futures, I don't even know what we're doing at this point. I have no idea what we're doing. We came back down in this 15-minute fair value gap, and now price looks like it wants to bounce here. NQ's bouncing. I still don't have valid reversal signatures from these points in price. I really don't. Nothing is aligning properly with my model that I could be like, bang, this is perfect right now. This is screaming at me. I'm ready to go. I got literally nothing that is giving me a clean read on where price should go. Like literally nothing, unfortunately. but it's going to be like that sometimes. And today is just one of those days. Today is just one of those days. Today is one of those days, my friends. You're still in gold shorts. Okay. I would be careful with that, especially if gold inverses this 15-minute gap. But again, like gold's still within this daily fair value gap. I had the previous daily low marked off like there, and I was like contemplating because I had the lows marked off from Asia. I had the lows marked off from previous daily low. I wanted to see a decent reversal signature from those lows, and then I would have been able to be like, okay, price is ready to go. But as you can see right now, we're boring. This is boring. This is nothing that I can confidently lay risk on with. I can't. You know what I mean? I can't do anything with this. I can't do anything with this. Can't do anything with this. What's micro timing? I have no idea. I don't even know what that is, bro. I'm being completely honest with you. I have no idea what micro timing is. Gold changes like every day. What's more important, time or price? Time. Time and then price. You want to make sure that time is aligned with price. AKA, you're looking for trades during your specific times. You're not taking trades when time isn't aligned with price, aka outside of kill zones. You know what I mean? That's what you don't want to do. Make sure you are taking trades when time aligns with price. That's literally what that means. I mean, that's what I do. What works for me may not work for you, bro. I just don't look for trades past that specific time. I literally just want to make sure that I'm getting in my window between the times of 9 to 11, and then I will capitalize on whatever else after. From this point on, this is like from this time after, it's me reflecting on the day and what price does. Because also, like, our biggest moves happen between the times of, well, it depends on if there's high impact news, if we'll include that extra hour prior, between the times of 8 to 11. Because between those times, there's either high impact news, there's 9:30 open, and there's the new 10 o'clock open, high, low close, or open, low, high close. So there's a bunch of different factors that come into play between those times, and then the move will happen based off of those time factors. And then from the times of like 11 on till the end of the day, it's either price is consolidating because it's reached an objective point, or it is continuing based off of what the early morning did. That's literally like it. I'm not sitting here all day glued to the charts wondering if I can get something off because I didn't get anything in the morning. You know, if I'm in let's say I was in a trade and price hasn't reached an objective point, and also no, I don't look at oil. Oil looks like dog turd. Like, this looks horrendous right now. This is the daily chart, and I have no idea what this thing is doing. Like, legitimately no idea. But let's say like I was in a short and I took shorts on like NASDAQ, and this was me being up in London, and I got in here, and we still haven't yet to be like reach like an objective point or something like that for the day, or like there's an external low or like an internal range liquidity pool that's used for a target. If that hasn't been reached yet, then I will like set and forget the trade. I'll go to the gym and go about my day. That's it. The best thing for you guys to do, if like you're a beginner trader, you want to be on the charts, focusing to get your trade off during your time slot or during your session. But outside of that time, get off and go about the rest of your day and come back, do your review, do your journal when the market's closed or when it's past your time of execution. If I'm in a trade, right after this, if I'm in a trade, I'm going to the gym. I don't care what happens because I will either be risk-free on the position, partials off, or I've just accepted my risk and I've walked away from the charts. That's literally it. That's kind of all you need to do. Accept the risk and walk away. Go about your day. Boom, done. That's it. That is it. Accept the risk, walk away, go about your day. Not much else to it. And you guys will get to that point eventually. You'll get to that point eventually. We should clean out to these lows, I'm not going to lie. Don't trust this high run at all. Matt, why are you looking for shorts and not longs? Because there's no reversal signature from these lows at all. If we look at the daily chart, what did the daily do? There's no SMT at all. I am very, very strong advocate on SMT in my trades. If there's no SMT, I don't take a trade. That's literally my rule. Everybody knows that about me. No SMT, no trade. I need a cracking correlation in the market for me to then do something. Daily chart, everything is corresponding here. The only thing that is that would create that cracking correlation in price is if we ran the lows from FOMC, aka 24,242, 66.11 on ES, and 46,037 on YM. Those are the draws and liquidity that I have for indices from here on. I need one of these three to run this low, or at least for now. Let's say we go into tomorrow. We're still within this daily gap here, but let's say Dow takes out the low from today, or Dow takes out the FOMC low, and then we push higher from there, but we fail to take it out on ES and NASDAQ. Then that's an SMT while price is still respecting a daily fair value gap. That's my way of looking for price from a higher time frame perspective. I need that cracking correlation on the higher time frame for me to then do something next. If I go to the 4-hour chart, what did the 4-hour chart do? Everything is corresponding between ES, NASDAQ, Dow Jones. 4-hour candles, both corresponding. Nothing took out the low. Nothing took out a 4-hour candle high. There's nothing that I could do with this. We're trading within the 6 a.m. 4-hour candle. We're inside candle barring right now. Hourly chart, the only thing that I see right now, there's an SMT inside of this fair value gap right here with ES failing to tag that gap, and NQ and Dow Jones both tagged it. That's all I see. All I see right now is that. I went from a daily to a 4-hour to a 1-hour to finally see something. That's it. And yeah, I know dollars flying, euro and pound are melting. We called this out on the previous streams. We called out the move from the low, and we called out when we had the change in state of delivery on the daily. This was the easiest read ever. I don't know how you could be bearish on dollar index when we had this daily reversal signature. That's I don't know. Whoever was bearish on dollar from there is idiotic. Literally, so stupid. So dumb. That was such a free long. So free. So free. Did I take the euro short? I took the euro short on my FTMO phase 2, or not. Sorry, not my phase 2, my phase 1 to pass it to get onto phase 2. I bought the CFD account so I can start swing trading again. Oh, you passed? Yeah, I know. Yeah, Nico, I saw you actually took that YM trade, which was literally so clean. So clean. And a perfect example yesterday is what I wanted to see today. Like literally yesterday, what did we do on the Dow? We literally manipulated at the open, and then price distributed lower. What I want to see in price, the best like signatures for me is when we have an accumulation during London or Asia, like this. We have a manipulation following, like this, setting in a wick, tagging an internal range liquidity pool or a running an external high or low, and then distributing after, like this. We want to see Asia or London accumulate. We want to see a manipulation at a key time with a news driver or equities open. And then we want to see price drive in the opposing direction wherever the manipulation is set at. That is my trigger for trading. Everything will be like that in the highest probability moves. That's my bread and butter whenever I look for trades. I want that to happen in order for me to press a button. If I don't get that, I'll either look to take a continuation if price gives me a reversal from a key level, and it's doing it right now actually on the S&P 500 from this hourly fair value gap that it is SMT at, and we're actually getting that downturn on the Dow Jones, like I said before. Most likely running the hourly external low here, just like that. What's good, bro? Luke, how we doing, brother? Also, you guys are bugging if you think that I didn't have this sourdough ready. I'm always eating, yo. Damn, this is dry as fuck. Damn. Ah. But as of right now, I want to see that if that FOMC low doesn't get hit today, then I want it tomorrow. I got honey and peanut butter. If you want a secret code for a disgusting pump in the gym, eat this like 30 minutes to 45 minutes before. And you will have a pump that your gym crush would literally just start drooling when she sees you. But in my case, that just doesn't happen. Or else I think that it happens, but I'm just like delusional. But in my head, she's looking at me drooling whenever I walk by. You know? And I'm going to keep it that way. Bro, I have a lot of Johns in my gym. On God. A lot. And they're so fine. I go to Lifetime. There's high quality women in there. High quality. Outside of index futures, did you guys do anything else today? Or did anybody catch the shorts overnight? Or catch gold, foreign currencies, realistically anything? Did anyone take anything today? No? Nothing so far? Yeah, gold kind of let me down today. Gold let me down. I mean, maybe you could have sold the 15-minute gap here, like when we had this sell-off here, but like the risk to reward really wasn't that good. But also, I hate trading 1 minute time frames. Like, let me know in the chat, what's your favorite time frame for execution? This will give me a good read as to who's actually good and who's not. What's your what is the time frame that you're executing the most on? Five, 15. When I used to swing trade crazy on CFD props, my bread and butter time frame was the hourly chart. 5 and 15 is the most common one. I think that the 15 is still like probably gives the best. It clears. Well, actually, ICT said this, and it's probably one of ICT's best tweets when he said 15-minute chart removes the blur, because it does. Like, when you don't have a clear direction as to what price wants to do for the day, the 15-minute chart actually gives proper guidance, like really, really good guidance, and tells you like, okay, where the clear manipulation is in the day. Like, that's how I kind of depicted yesterday on the Dow. Like, look at yesterday. This is what kind of gave me the depiction for the accumulation manipulation, this one singular 15-minute candle. And then after that, if you were trading below the 15-minute, you would have gotten destroyed. Like, literally bent over and your butt slapped with a spatula countless amounts of times. Like, if you took this short like I did, and let's say we go to like the lower time frame, like the 5-minute, you probably would have had a mental breakdown sitting through this AIDS fest. Even the 1 minute time frame. What did the 1 minute look like? Oh my God. Yeah. Good luck. 15-minute time frame and the 5-minute are the best. But also, a majority of the time, for me, I felt very comfortable with this, even with this consolidation in price, because this whole thing was the I had a comfortable stop loss because of the S&P that was set in. That's why I was comfortable in that trade. That's the only reason why. Yeah, today is just not it. What if you like the spatula? What if you like a wooden spoon? Bet you won't like that one. My time for Asia is 8 to 11 o'clock. Or if you want to go 8 to 12, but 8 to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's my time. Matt, you missed a part of my question. I blew the 50K fund. Oh, shit. Bro, what are you doing? You blew your funded? It's been 1 day. How? Dog, this is why on days like this, like yesterday was picture perfect clear. Days like this will eat you alive. Because one, you're chasing price because the move already happened. And two, you're conflicted on bias as to what price's next move will do, when most likely what will happen for the day is we will just stay between the high and the low of the range, or price will continue lower. But most likely we will either range. I don't really think that we're going to go lower, at least just yet, based off of how we're wicking right now. But if I can come into this and like look at price and see there's the only valid like SMT or manipulation that came into the day was overnight when I was sleeping, and the reversal signature from the low has no SMT or matches my entry model criteria, fucking throw that shit to the side. I don't need to pay attention to this. But also, I mean, I used to be in those shoes too, and I used to make those same mistakes. But I made those mistakes up until to the point where I couldn't afford to make them anymore. AKA, like, I literally almost went dead broke. So it was time for me to nut up or shut up, actually follow rules, don't execute trades overnight. Because I used to like literally like anticipate me to catch the low or the high of the daily candle by executing during Asia. And then I would wake up in the morning and be like, damn, I just got stopped out and lost $500 per account for no reason. And I kept on repeating that process like a moron. And then I finally stopped doing it. And I only executed during my time. I made my trading plan at a specific time during the day. I would go live in my Discord, and then we would follow the plan based off of what I made. And if the plan played out, we would take the trade. If the plan didn't work out, we wouldn't take the trade. And then if we didn't take anything by a certain time, I'm done. I close out, log out of all my accounts, and I don't do anything for the rest of the day. Boom, done. Like, it's really not that hard. The only reason why you're failing is because of you and only you. That's it. Like, you fail to follow rules. Like, you are not a disciplined person. You are being stupid. Like, I'm just gonna tell you to your face, like, you're being dumb. You're being dumb. And you need somebody to tell you that, because no one really has the balls to tell that to other people. But I wish somebody did. And I did have somebody that told me that I was retarded. And that was a mentor that held me accountable and kept me in the lane of not making stupid decisions to then making good decisions, building good habits, and actually making progress slowly but surely. But the whole snowball effect here is to continue making the good habits, which will automatically yield and reflect into profits down the line. Yeah, MMXM was my mentor. He helped me. He helped me and was the one that basically went like, the fuck are you doing? Do this. Why are you taking those trades? All that sort of stuff. You need somebody that keeps you accountable when you're trading. If you don't want that, then you need to just do all this shit on your own and stop lying to yourself in your journal. Because I know for a fact you're probably not journaling. The day that you just tilted and lost your account, guarantee you didn't trade or journal every single execution you did. You probably took 50 trades guessing where price was going to go on a 1-minute chart or a 5-minute chart stuck in a consolidation, just randomly clicking buttons. And I could bet you $1 million you didn't journal every trade. Bet you everything. Want to know why I know that? Because I did that. I did that nonstop. Getting into a trade and then closing it because we see one green candle and then it goes back lower. And then once I'm in again, it gives me a little bit of profit. We pump back up, close it, and then literally ping-ponging effect, just bleeding out my P&L. Like, I was so victim to that. And that is just a tilt day. That was my tilt day. And I bet you a lot of you that are still struggling right now don't do that, or don't journal every trade that you take, because you don't feel like it, or you just like know that you did something wrong. You just don't want to have the courage to go into your journal and type out every single arrow click that you did. Well, nice to know that I've been there. I am no different to you than you are no different to me. I am just on a later chapter of trading than you guys all are. You can't compare. I've made this analogy before. You can't compare my chapter 20 to your chapter 5. Like, I'm way ahead of the game than a lot of you guys are because I've been doing this for years now. So the mistakes that you made in the beginning are the exact same mistakes that I did. Exact same mistakes. I could literally ramble off my entire trading journey from beginning to end, and you guys would literally be like, how did bro just describe me now? And I have that all on my YouTube. Like, I have like multiple psychology rants about like my journey, what I did, what turned me profitable, how I struggled in the beginning, all that sort of shit. Everyone in the comments just says, how did you just say exactly what I'm going through right now? Or like, I needed to hear this. Yeah. Because we all go through the same bullshit. All of us do. I use TradeZella to journal. But that's also the cool thing about trading too. Like, it's such a hard thing to accomplish, but it's such a difficult like way to attack the mind. Like, this is probably one of the hardest psychological ventures that anybody can go through because it's like a true 1v1 battle for yourself. Because a lot of money is on the line, but also that money on the line is solely reliant on your discipline. Because it literally could take me one click of a button to risking 5 minis per account just because I think price is going to go in a certain way, but me just thinking price will, not because it did everything in my checklist. And that one click of a button, boom, if that goes and reverses against me, I just lost thousands upon thousands of dollars in equity on my accounts in the span of one click because I made a stupid decision based off of something from my emotions, from me thinking that price is going to do something, not because price did X, Y, and Z based off of my model. That's the crazy thing here. And I know a lot of you right now are sitting at your desk and you're like, fuck, that's really me. And I hate to break it to you, but I will gladly be the one to tell you that you're a moron and you should not be clicking buttons right now. Like, sign me up. There's other people on here that want to be like the Mr. Nice Guy. I'll be the bad cop any day of the week and tell you that you're an idiot. But I'm doing it in love, though. I'm doing it in all good faith. Here to help, you know? Now it's time for his in. Fuck, I missed. That would have been cool. It hit the fan, bro. All right. All right. You feel exposed, honestly? You should. Maybe you won't make this mistake. Maybe you won't make the mistake again. Maybe you won't make the mistake again. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to make sure that you don't fuck up again. You know? I'll be the accountability booster for you. But getting close to the end of the live, recapping price right now, this bounce is hyper. Oh, wow. Sorry. That sounded hyper aggressive bounce. We're closing off that 4-hour gap on NQ. We're retracing, looks like we're reaching the daily open on NQ, reaching the previous 4-hour candle high. I would have had no problem taking this if, like, at the bare minimum, like NQ or ES or the Dow Jones took out the 4-hour candle low. I don't trade between previous candle ranges like this. And if someone says CRT in the chat, I will literally end this live stream so fast, like that. Don't even say it. We are trading between a previous candles range, and I don't do that. Honestly, Bo, good for you, bro. Good for you. I hope you make money. But I'll set my alerts at least on ES to the previous candle high for the 4 hour. Set my alert on the 4 hour fair value gap for NQ. See what happens there. NQ is obviously being the stronger asset right now. Dow Jones is kind of acting lethargic, not really doing much. And NQ is just kind of giving the strength indication. I didn't have like literally a single signature behind executing 4 longs here, which is unfortunate because it was a breaker setup, but the stop loss placement didn't make sense to me, and the lack of SMT at the lows also didn't make sense to me. I have an idea. Boom. I did the thing. I love how I have the power to do that. What is the best way to pass evaluations stuck in stages? The best way to pass an evaluation is just to show up every day. Well, if it's your first evaluation, I think that you should risk 1% per trade. Once you win your first trade and you get, like, let's say you go for a 1 to 2 or a 1 to 3 risk to reward, shoot for a 1 to 2. Don't take partials on the way from your 1 to 2 or 1 to 3. After you get a 2% buffer on your account, shoot for a 2% risk on the next trade, and then look for like a 1 to 1. So like, let's say they're like a 1 to 2, depending on what your profit target is. If you need to make 2.5K, if you need to make 3K, 4K, whatever it is, get the buffer and then risk heavy after that. So you can try and pass the account in 2 trades. 3 trades maybe. Like for, let's say, like if I'm looking to pass Blue Guardian accounts and like it's like a 50, I'll do like a 750 risk to make 1,500 2 days in a row for a 50% consistency. You know, that's exactly what I would do. So you need 2 days in a row, right? 2 days of 50%. Just make sure you don't make over 1,500 both days. So Mo, I will take a trade before 9:30 if news already provides the manipulation. Yeah, Luke, exactly. If news provides the manipulation of the low, then I'll take a trade, and then I'll go long prior to 9:30. But it needs to be a reversal signature with an SMT at an internal range liquidity pool or an external range. And for, like, let's say today, like, we didn't really do much for 8:30, but 9:30 was a drive lower, and actually, like, we manipulated lower, and then we had like a V-shaped recovery after. But my lack of this manipulation lower or this drive lower was the fact that we didn't manipulate into anything. We literally didn't manipulate into anything, and we didn't create any SMT. So that was my indication to step back, because I'm not going I'm not going to post a trade that I took online when it lacks the most important component to my model. And me watching price run this way and go higher legitimately shows me I have no emotion tied to this, because it didn't match exactly with what I need for price to get in. And that's probably another thing that a lot of you guys mess up on is you're taking trades outside of your rules. My rule is that I need SMT to get into a trade, and therefore, if it's not there, I can't get in. You know? If there's no SMT, there's no trade for me. I need to make sure that I'm doing this very, very carefully and strict. So that's exactly why I didn't take this long. It would have made sense if the 4-hour candle lows were ran on one of the three, but that just wasn't the case. But I will be watching for something like this, or if we run the previous daily low, depending on where we close for the day, if we create that SMT, because right now we're creating a massive daily wick on NQ inside of this daily fair value gap. So depending on how this closes, if the Dow wants to take out the previous daily low and then we go higher, or whatever might happen next, like this does not match my functions. It doesn't. The only thing that matched was overnight here. Right here. Internal range liquidity pool, SMT, but I'm sleeping at that time, not awake, and then price delivered lower. Or if you took a trade during London, there was an SMT at this hourly, like this. Like I need that, and then boom, I can get in. Same thing here. Like you see, if I go to the 15-minute during London, what did we do? We created an SMT like this inside of a gap. Then we had a change in save delivery right here. We had this up close candle that ran a short-term high. There was an order block, just exactly like how I showed you guys on the Dow Jones yesterday. But again, I'm sleeping during that time, so I can't do much. You get me? I need to follow my rules. I need to keep on doing that. Can't go outside of those. Because once you go outside of your rules, that's when you get into the territory of the market ready to take what you worked for so hard. Oh, I mean, I'm not taking trades past 11. I just don't take trades past 11 o'clock. But like it could have been something to take. Like let's say this happened during the times of when I was like in my live stream, then I would have taken like, let's say 15-minute. I don't really have a candle. I would have wanted to, like, let's say this up close candle here, and I couldn't even take it on the 15-minute because it's not aligned with the 4-hour. So I wouldn't have had realistically any sort of means of execution for this because of the fact that this, I want like a meaty up close candle with a decent sized body. Like look at this one here compared to like this candle here compared to like this candle here that actually runs a short-term high or clears a liquidity pool like this. The body is smaller than the wicks, which is very important to me. I want the body to outweigh the size of the wicks, and then a closure below that would be great. So like if this candle here closed like if it wicked like this candle was like here, like that. If it was like this and we cleared this short-term high while leaving that SMT inside that hourly gap, and then we closed below like here, I would have shorted that. With my stop here. But the fact that we didn't, and it was just relative equals, price just wanted to rerun those clean highs and then do whatever it wants to do. You know? I have like certain qualifications of things that I need for price in order for me to go next. So the timing wasn't there. The structure wasn't there. and I just didn't get what I needed. And it'd be like that sometimes. It'd be like that sometimes. But yeah, like if you didn't take a trade today, you didn't take a trade. If you took wins in the beginning of the week like we did, that's good. Tomorrow is another day. It's a new day of opportunity, and let that be a lesson. Let that be a lesson. I'm happy to hear that, Mo. I appreciate that. And obviously, every single day that we go by in these live streams, we'll be doing more education, more psychology rants, more tape reading on price, going over certain signatures of price, qualifications, disqualifications, and hopefully these things that we go over together can enhance your trading to benefit you only and get you closer and closer to the point of actually getting that funded account, getting that payout, and correcting the mistakes that you frequently make to make sure that you don't make those mistakes again. But it's 11:57. Let's do this giveaway. Let's do this giveaway and figure out what we want to do and what we want to say. Let's see. For the day, I'm looking at the YouTube chat as well to make sure the YouTube chat is what I'm looking at for the first 3 people to type something. What should I say? It's going to be gym related because it's what I have in the gym today. It's going to be a gym exercise. It's going to be a gym workout. It is 2 words. It's 2 words. All right. So the first 3 people that type, no, not Jim, you slim Jim, like no. Oh my God, I want to ban the people that type JIM. Okay, the first 3 people that typed out the word shoulder press. Shoulder press. Shoulder press. 1 LL. Sexual It was LL, sexual chocolate MMA, and favor trades. Yeah, you guys have the funniest names, dude. This is actually killing me. Oh my God, you guys are hilarious. LL, sexual chocolate MMA. Oh my God, that profile picture is criminal. And favor trades. You guys are funny. Oh my God. That was hilarious. That got me good. Open up a ticket in the Blue Guardian Futures Discord. This was fun. Oh man, this was a good way to end the week. Thank you guys for being a part of these streams this week. We run it again next week. Ralph is streaming tomorrow, doing another giveaway. I like these a lot, and I have fun with you guys. So keep showing up every day. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Let's keep on working together, learning together, and slowly but surely, you guys will make progress and keep growing, making money, all that sort of stuff. And I'm rooting for you. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your trading day. Be safe. Don't do anything stupid. Hit the gym, and I'll talk to you guys all next week. Be safe, y'all. Take care, and I'll talk to you guys all on Tuesday. Deuces.